Okay, out of respect for the folks that have crawled out of their sick beds this evening, let's call this meeting to order at 4 o'clock. Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Sure. Councilmember Betts, Councilmember Dunbar, Councilmember Garza,
I'm here participating remotely from Lansing, Michigan.
Councilmember Hussein,
President, participating remotely from Lansing, Michigan.
Councilmember Jackson,
President, participating remotely from the Lansing, Michigan.
Councilmember Spatafor,
Present, participating virtually from the same Lansing, Michigan.
Councilmember Spitzley,
Present, participating remotely from Lansing, Michigan.
Councilmember Wood.
Present, participating remotely from Lansing, Michigan. Thank you.
We have a quorum. We have Councilmember Betts and Councilmember Dunbar who are not present.
We have been told that Councilmember Dunbar would not be able to make it today. I don't know where Councilmember Betts is yet, but if he shows up, we will count him here. If not, we'll deal with that later at the end of the meeting. Okay, Mr. Clerk.
We're next to meditation and Pledge of Allegiance.
Is there anybody that members of council would like us to keep in our thoughts? Councilmember Wood.
Yes, please, President Spatafor. Today is Pearl Harbor Day. If we could remember all those that sacrificed their lives on this day and the families that were left and survived, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Wood. Anyone else? All right, seeing none, if you'll join me in a moment of meditation, please. Thank you. Now for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Clerk.
Okay, we're to speaker registration for public comment on the only item on the agenda, legislative matters. And I do not see any public in the sign-in sheet, so.
Do you see Lisa Phillips and Doug Rubley?
I'm looking at panelists, I'm sorry. I'm not used to this. But, okay, so we have Lisa Phillips be first speaker and followed by Doug Rubley. We have 3 minutes.
And please note too that the speaker registration will close at the conclusion of the first speaker.
Good afternoon. I'm a retired police lieutenant from Lansing Police Department. I would just like to speak today for a moment regarding the city council schedule for 2021. I noticed that the city council has set the deadline for no later than October 1st to discuss budget priorities. To schedule this deadline over 6 months before adopting the budget seems very prudent. Just want to note that it's really too bad that Mayor Shore gave his retirees no more than a month to try to figure out their budget before imposing healthcare cuts on over 1,000 senior citizens and some with very, very dire needs as far as monetary values. So that's all I have to say. I thank you for your time and I hope you two feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Doug Rubley.
I think I'm unmuted. You can hear me now?
We can hear you.
Thank you. Speaking to the council schedule for next year, it is my opinion, and I'm requesting of you that maybe you set an additional council meeting for next year to discuss the budget priorities that you have adopted, especially as they concern retiree health care. You became aware of this issue when we did, which was just this fall. And I think a lot of discussion needs to be held and maybe a whole council meeting regarding the issue of actuarially determining how we pre-fund healthcare, because it's an issue that will not go away. I'd like to speak to the fact that in 1998, I was very instrumental in helping to assist and adopt and write language for employee retirement system, police and fire retirement system, for a healthcare reserve. And in that year, we put in $2 million. And if you read the language of the ordinances, our intent was that we would have enough to pay post-65 retirees fully out of the healthcare reserve by now. 22 years later, we put in $2 million. And then today, we're putting in less than half that. So even if Andy Shore saves 8 million and is successful in launching this healthcare savings, does he tell you what he's going to do with the 8 million? If he doesn't go put some of it into the healthcare reserve, this problem isn't going away. We need a much further linked discussion on the pre-funding of healthcare. This is serious. I'm ashamed that when I was there in 1998, I thought I set up a phenomenal mechanism to pay healthcare in the future, and it wasn't funded. And council is never enlightened to this each year. And how do you put in 2 million one year and less than half that now and think you're going to resolve the issue? And if Andy Shore, the mayor, is not putting any of the savings into our healthcare reserve, we're going to still have the same problem. We're not resolving the problem. We're balancing the general fund and its priorities. And that I understand. There's a lot of priorities and a lot of services needed for the city of Lansing. We all know that. But we can't just sit there and say 2 million in 1998 and less than half that today. You're never going to get there. And so even if Shore is successful, which I kind of doubt, but let's assume he is, we still haven't done anything as a council. And I think we need a council meeting added to the schedule to say, we need to really seriously look at this issue and say, how can we actuarially fund and what should we be putting aside? Do we really even know? And I don't think the mayor even knows. He sounds like a trumper to me. Sorry. Oh, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for your
I
time.
really-
Thank you very much.
That concludes public comment. And we're on the council consideration of the one legislative matter, city council schedule for 2021.
Mr. Vice President.
Sure. I need to first make a motion, President Spatafor, to accept the substitute. There's a substitute that was emailed. In the substitute, just very quickly, there's a provision at the end that will allow for remote meetings should we need to, essentially, as well as meetings at the South Washington office complex. And then also there's a clause, if you look at the original resolution, that speaks to committee of the whole review. And obviously we know that review did not take place. So I would first move the substitute.
It is a proper motion before us. Is there any discussion on the substitute? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Hussein,
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson,
Yes.
Councilmember Spatafor,
Yes.
Councilmember Spitzley,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood.
Yes.
The motion has been approved.
Thank you. The substitute is before us, Mr. Vice President.
Okay, if I can unmute myself. There we go. Okay. Thank you. So just very quickly, per the charter, we are required to meet 26 times. What you see before you are the 26 per resolution, right? The 26 dates. What we always try to do annually is we try to avoid, obviously, holidays, elections, spring break, those types of things. We believe that we have done that. And again, the substitute that is now before you for consideration does include the provision to meet remotely, as well as the South Washington office complex as a meeting location, and then does remove that clause that we spoke to earlier. So with that being said, I would move the resolution.
Very good. Is there any discussion from our colleagues? I'll just say thanks all for indulging us on this meeting today and getting this done. I know it's parliamentary, but just I want to note our first meeting will be Monday, January 4th, 2021. Hard to imagine we're getting used to that. and we're going to set COW to be 5:30 again, although it may change if we run into the situation where we need to meet for much longer as COW. But for now, we're gonna remain optimistic and do the 5:30 meeting time. So without any further discussion, I'll wait just a second. All right, Mr. Clerk, if you could please call the roll on the resolution for the council calendar for 2021.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Hussein,
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson,
Yes.
Councilmember Spatafor,
Yes.
Councilmember Spitzley,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood.
Yes.
The motion is adopted.
Thank you very much. It's a resolution. We don't need immediate effect. Thank you very much, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, so we have the motion of excused absences.
Mr. Vice President.
I would move to excuse Councilwoman Dunbar as well as Councilman Betts.
Thank you. It's a proper motion. Is there discussion on the motion to excuse council members Dunbar and Betts? Seeing none, if the clerk would please call the roll.
Councilmember Garza,
Yes.
Councilmember Hussein,
Yes.
Councilmember Jackson,
Yes.
Councilmember Spatafor,
Yes.
Councilmember Spitzley,
Yes.
Councilmember Wood.
Yes.
Motion is adopted.
Motion is adopted. Thank you very much. Remarks by council members. Council members wishing to make remarks this evening, please raise your hand. All right, I'll just make one at the risk of lengthening this meeting any longer than it is. I did send an email today to folks, and the IT should have sent you one as well. If you're comfortable doing so, make a separate Zoom account with that invitation with your city email address. It's not a requirement. There's no mandatory that you do this, but what's happened is as we go into another round of virtual meetings for as long as I don't know it's going to be, Sherry sets them up so that council members are hosts and guests, or our panelists, excuse me. So when you log in with your personal account, we don't always see that quickly. So you may miss some of the meeting if you happen to step away or if your internet drops or those things like that. It should make you an automatic panelist and bring you right into the meeting. You don't have to do this. It's just it's something we're trying to get everyone on board with. So it'll be a little easier from a logistical standpoint. But again, not a mandate. Just if you want to do it, I've maintained Zoom accounts, 2 Zoom accounts for that reason. So with that being said, I don't see other hands. And I will, Mr. Mayor, comments from you or your executive assistant? Nope. Very good. Thank you for joining us this evening. 4:12 p.m. on December 7th. We are adjourned.